Welcome back to Black Evolution, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Damn Daniel. Y'all ready for this guest? We're gonna talk about social engineering and the agendas being pushed. Here we go. All right, cut the music, cut the music, cut the music. So I got a very special guest in the building, Mr. Kidd Klutch Productions, entrepreneur, CEO. He is the job. How you doing, brother?
Well, good, Daniel. Thanks for having me. How you doing, my brother?
I'm good, man. So let's get into it. So we all know that recently there's been several agendas being pushed. You got cancel culture, you got social engineering, and you got masculinity being under attack. How do you feel about this whole cancel culture movement, brother?
And I hate cancel culture with a passion. It's ridiculous. It ties into the elimination of masculinity, but we'll get into that after. But for cancel culture, I think it's ridiculous because it's basically saying that you have to be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
You're putting unrealistic expectations on people, saying, okay, they gotta live a perfect life from, I guess, the time they come out the womb until they die. And then even if they do, they do one thing that you don't like, oh, you cancel them.
Yeah.
They say one thing you don't like, you cancel them. And I think what's basically happening with cancel culture is people have become so divided to where they don't want to hear different opinions.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, instead of them saying, well, I don't like the opinion, and arguing that using their word, they want to cancel people and say, okay, let's take their job, fire them. Let's not invite them to this place anymore. And I mean, some people, it's the difference between holding somebody accountable and canceling them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's certain circumstances where there's people out here, they don't need to have these positions because they're a danger to others and others people that there's better people you can put in those positions. Like, say, for example, if you had a CEO that's just racist and their racist behavior becomes so toxic in their company that it's a racist environment and it's hostile, or a person that's basically a predator, sexual predator,
Mm-hmm.
and that type of behavior goes into the company or wherever they're at. Yes, that type of person, they need to be dealt with.
Mm-hmm.
They have to be held accountable.
I agree with you.
Like, I say this for perfect example, we'll switch gears on Nick Cannon.
Mm-hmm.
He made an anti-Semitic remark, and they tried to cancel him. But what happened with Nick Cannon is they had him meet with different Jewish leaders and people in the Jewish community and started educating them on why their behavior is wrong and hurtful. And he fixed that. He changed his mindset. He has a different view of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was able to return back to his job. And now he has a new book here coming up. So I think rather than just canceling people, we have to counsel them,
Mm-hmm.
teach them. Because sometimes people may be doing stuff out of ignorance.
Yeah.
And we're all ignorant to something. And I say it's a difference between ignorance and stupid.
Mm-hmm.
The person that is ignorant, they may not know because they didn't learn it or something. The person that's stupid, they have the knowledge or somebody is teaching them, but they just don't want to learn anything.
Mm-hmm.
They want to remain in that mindset.
Yeah, and I think, well, too, with a lot of this thing with cancel culture, it has things to do with what I call social engineering. Recently, I looked up this term today and about agendas being pushed, and something was on my mind about how the world was going. And I looked up this term, it's actually called social engineering. Look it up. And basically, what happens is the society or the powers that be pushed. And so they work with the media industry, with everything to push certain agendas. So if you're wondering why cancel culture is so popular now, is because it's engineered to go that way. If you're wondering why women are being quote unquote masculine now and men are being weak and soft, is because it was engineered to go that way. It wasn't by accident, it was by design. And it goes into the whole cancel culture movement because they're trying to shut people down off of speaking an opinion. Sometimes the opinion could be 20 something years ago, but people change and stuff. But people don't want to hold them accountable. They just like, oh, cancel them because they said something 20 years ago. There was stuff I was doing 5 years ago. If I look back, I'm like, what was I doing? But yeah, I'm not gonna cancel. It's all about growing. It's all about changing. It's all about evolving and getting better. But a lot of times you do the whole cancel culture, cancel. You can't be doing that because you're not allowing people to grow and change. You're just like, why do they think that way? What's the root cause of the problem? If you don't cause the root cause of the problem, then it will never get solved. All this canceling is not going to solve the problem. It's going to delay the symptoms. You cancel somebody, okay, well, they might be hostile towards you now because you canceled them for saying something, for speaking their mind, speaking their opinion. That's all cancel culture is, canceling people's opinions and stuff. And you have to realize what causes the problem and why agendas are being pushed. And I told you before, hey, it's by design and stuff like that. I just didn't know how the length of extent. I'll give you a perfect example. People are right now overly sexualizing women and everything. And that is due to the music industry, the movie industry, everything. Like from a certain point, the powers that be decided we're going to push people to overly sexualize women. It started with this. It started with Nicki Minaj, then it went to Cardi B, and now Megan Thee Stallion. And now to the point where they were at the Grammys doing a full, basically it looked like pornography video on there at the Grammys. I don't know if you've seen the video, but that's basically what happened. And people lost interest because like, really? This is what you putting out there? And I'm like, it's getting worse and worse and worse because people are socially engineering people or programming people to view women as that. And then it's going to ruin interactions with people because people will need to connect and just talk to people instead of just viewing them or hyper sexualizing women and stuff like that. That's how it ties into social engineering and cancel culture. You won't cancel that though because that's the agenda that they want to push.
I agree with you, and I never thought of it in that broad way that you talking about how it's indeed engineered on that. And I think what you're saying is correct because what I've seen, I want to piggyback on what you said with Nicki Minaj and Cardi B thing. I've been seeing on TV now they're putting not on like HBO or bars or something like that. I've seen they have stripper shows on regular cable TV now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a problem because kids can turn to that and see it. And I think also too with cancel culture is I agree with you on basically you're silencing people's opinions, and I think that's a dangerous game because you're not solving the problem like you said, but what you're doing is you're intensifying the problem, but you're doing it among small groups now.
Mm-hmm.
So those people that was listening to the people you cancel, they're gonna look for somebody else. And that other person that they're looking for may be more dangerous than the person that you cancel. They may be more radical, more explicit, provocative in their assertions of things, and those people will start to act on those feelings that they heard from the person that was canceled to the next person on the ground and saying that stuff at a more extreme state.
Yeah, because people are going to listen to who they want to listen to, and if you cancel somebody, they're going to look for somebody. They're going to look for that type of person, and they might find that type of person, like you said, to piggyback what you said, and they may be more extreme, more radical than the last person, and they might want to act and put into practice what they've been talking about.
Yep, and from first experience, you and I both know is that I'm one of the victims of cancel. I was almost one of the victims of cancel culture. Because on my promotion page, I put different videos and stuff about new music, or sometimes it may be things about social issues, and they're not explicit, they're not hate speech or anything, and Instagram and Facebook, they try to block this video. Well, some of them they've taken down. Or they threatened to suspend my account. And when I sent appeals in, I wanted to dispute.
Mm-hmm.
In some disputes, I was threatened with lawsuits and everything. So I was saying, yeah, it's a problem. I said, how can a person put hate speech online and nobody says anything or make threats to people and nobody does anything about it, but just simple stuff that goes on in society, they're going to block it.
Mm-hmm. And because, like I said before, they don't want people to know this. They want people to just go on, live their lives, and be in the program world or be in the quote unquote matrix, and just live their lives where everything is the way it is. You know, they don't question. They don't want people to question anything. They just want people to be programmed to be to think a certain way, to do a certain thing, and they don't want people to think, to critically think. They just want people to just follow the rules and fall in line and do this and that. Example, this is why they don't teach you about history. They don't want to teach you about the truth and Juneteenth, while we're just now talking about the Tulsa massacres and everything else. This is all old information. That the Tulsa massacre, they literally covered it up because they didn't want you to know about it. They didn't want people to think and critically think and everything else. They want people to keep them in a weak mindset to just do things and not question anything, not question our politicians, not question people who came before us, not question how society works. They just want you to, with cancel culture, the whole movement is centered around canceling people's opinions and notions. But you're not even dealing with the root of the problem. Like I said, you're dealing with the symptoms. All you're doing is being like, oh, we're going to cancel. And you don't even know why they have that opinion. They're just canceling just to do it. They tried to do it with Kevin Hart. They tried to do it with Nick Cannon and everything else, but he's still going around. But all this cancel culture movement, that's a problem. And you're basically infringing upon their First Amendment rights. It's in the First Amendment that everybody has free speech. And everything, but you're going to cancel them. By canceling them, that's violation right there, First Amendment.
Yeah, it is. And that goes back to what we said on, if you cancel some of these people, they're going to go somewhere else and find it, or it's going to make them want to go more to it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like if they with me. Since they've been doing all that stuff to me, harassing me on social media, these tech companies trying to cancel me, I've got more followers. Mm-hmm. I got more people that saying fight back. So all it did is empower me to another level.
Yeah.
But I tell people, you got to fight against cancel culture. You know, another thing I want to get on too is be careful who is listening to saying they're being canceled, because there's some people that go on national TV claiming that they're victims, claiming that they're being canceled, and they're on national TV. How can you be canceled when you sitting on national TV?
Yeah.
Saying I'm being canceled. You're not canceled then.
Yep. Those cancel culture. No, you're not. You're being on live TV. If you're able to go on live TV, you're not being canceled. Being canceled is being like you're not even able to go on live TV. You have to go somewhere else to get to speak out. They're not going to put you on the national stage.
Yeah. People should be canceled for saying doing the right thing or saying the truth.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem with cancel culture.
Yeah, or their opinions that they had 20 years ago. Like people change, people grow, but you're gonna cancel somebody for what they said 20 years ago. Yeah, it don't make no sense.
I blame social media for it, because social media, that they do is they go off of what people are paying, and if people spending so much money in ads, so if that ad can be full of hate speech, but they won't cancel it because they're making money, they're monetizing off it.
Yep.
And what they also doing too, they do your algorithm. Because perfect example, you put something about coronavirus in your they'll put CDC out. They don't say what this means, this and that. They'll just knock your video off. The person is promoting a conspiracy theory or promoting hate speech sometimes. They'll get taken down. People be fighting on Instagram Live, Facebook Live. Nobody censors that or takes it down. People be holding guns and stuff. Nobody takes it down. But, okay, you say one thing that they don't like, or they take it down.
Yeah, there's also ties in what cancel culture also ties in the whole masculinity issue. Masculinity is be under attack because basically what happens is people who are traditional, who are have the strong masculine frame and everything, and who are leaders in our community, they're being taken down and everything else, and they are being replaced with soft people who are soft spoken, who don't speak, who basically just fall in line with the program. That's basically what they're doing. The whole go along, get along game, which is, oh, we just gonna be friendly to everybody. We're not gonna say nothing. We're not gonna empower people to be strong, masculine people. Because throughout all of human history, when people tell people the truth, they don't want to hear it. Even the Bible, the prophets of the Old Testament, they telling the Israelites the truth. They don't want to hear it. They sending them death threats. They plotting to kill them. Same thing with the apostles. They plotting to kill them. They plotting to kill them. They plotting to kill them. They threatening them. Um, they want to have them put in jail and this and that. And it goes to show you when people want to hear when people tell people the truth, they don't want to hear it. So that's what the whole cancel culture movement is, trying to cancel people who want to speak the truth and speak truth to power and stuff. And then you have going back to the masculinity issue, it's an agenda being socially engineered, being pushed by these feminists and everything else, and the people in the media and what have you, to push basically women to be super masculine and the men. And it's just like, okay, quote unquote, there's nothing wrong with being independent, but at the same time too, you're not even really embracing your role. You want to be quote unquote independent, but you want a man to take care of you and this and that and da 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 da. I'm like, okay, what happened to being independent? You're not even embracing it. You're just saying, I'm independent. I'm a queen. I'm a queen. Okay, then take care of your business. Oh no, a man supposed to do this. Okay, which is it? You can't have your cake and eat it too. What's your thoughts on that, brother?
Exactly. Independent agenda, and it's a part of cancel culture. They all tie together.
Mm-hmm. It is. It is. I find it's a problem. That's why I need to speak about it because I've noticed things that's going on today, and I'm just like, okay, no, 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 absolutely not. This something is wrong. There's an agenda. Something's behind this. I had to look up the term, what it's called, and I didn't realize it was called social engineering. And they basically literally tell you what it is. They socially engineer people to think a certain way through the media, through TV, through and also propaganda. Also in communications, it's called there was a theory in communications where basically you learn everything through TV. TV is your primary source of information besides your parents. There's your parents, and then most of the time it's TV.
I think that used to be, but now it's switched over
to the more so to the TV, yeah.
And predominantly, especially with the millennial and Gen Z age group.
It's just social media.
Gen X generation too has become primary.
Yep.
Because that's what's going on too. Is before, if you look at your media, everybody saw the same thing.
Yeah.
So everybody, they may have had different opinions on things, but they had commonality.
Yep.
Now with social media and these other media companies taking over local media, all they're doing is divide people and put them in different worlds, and instead of them finding the things they have in common, they're all fighting over their differences. They're not debating over, they're fighting.
Yeah, they're fighting over differences and everything else. They go calling each other names. You a coon, you a sellout, you a beta, you a alpha, and all this nonsense. I'm like, okay, this is a problem.
And all these media companies, all they do is push it more.
Yep.
Especially social media, they monetize off of this. Monetize off of people's death and pain.
Yep. And also, I feel like also with this, piggybacking off of what you said, it goes back to social engineering, and also people are living the reality through the phone. That's how they live their whole lives. Their whole lives are on the phone, on the phone. And I'm telling people, put the phone down and just go out and live your life. Don't be sitting up there all you do all day is be on the phone. Do this and that. Everything social media. I use social media as a platform, but that's it. I don't be on there all day. I got stuff to do.
That's why I find it hard with certain people like to even hang out with. Like when you do things, it's like do you want them around a lot or not? Because I feel some people, they live their whole life through social media. Like some people, okay, you go to a party, they're putting everything on social media.
Yeah.
You go to eat, they're putting everything on
social media. They taking pictures of the food and putting it on. I'm like, come on, guys! Like
they go to church, they put
everything on social media. I saw something today.
They go to the mailbox, they put
everything on social media.
They cooking.
They social media, putting the live, Instagram live. Oh, I'm cooking today. I'm like, really? That's ridiculous. Nobody cares about that mess.
And also, what I want to add to it too is that the media does is they cater to the 99% instead of catering to the 1%.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, with the 99%, they love drama. The 99%, they tell them, okay, they tell them, okay, go rap or play sport. 99%, they say, go get a job. 99%, they tell you, oh, you got to be a certain size. 99%, they say, well, you got to act a certain way. 99%, they say, well, if you're not this by this age, you're not successful.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of telling them, like they tell the 1%, okay, go into politics, go into business, be self-sufficient, invest in stocks, actual stocks, not this stuff they telling you.
Yeah, all this, all this Forex. Yeah, Forex and then Bitcoin and stuff. Nothing's wrong, but those are actual real things. I want to say, but they basically some people don't know what they're doing. They just some of it's a scamming and all this nonsense and pyramid schemes and all that. That's yeah. Ridiculous.
They're not telling you how to do anything wrong. They're not telling you to go to school to get an education. They just telling you to go to school.
Yeah.
They're not telling you to go get a trade or a skill.
Yep.
They're not telling you how to make money and work for yourself. They're telling you how to go work for somebody else.
Mm-hmm. And make somebody else corporation big and everything else, and make somebody else famous and stuff. Versus you working all these hours and stuff, and you're not getting anything that's of value. You're just basically working for somebody else.
And like you said, the piggyback off of what you said, they're not telling you how to what was it? I think of it, but they're not telling you how to pass a bill. They're not what you said too, with history. They're not teaching you history,
mm-hmm.
so you'll know why things is the way it is. They're teaching you math and science, knowing that you're not going to need it.
Yep. Well, they teach you basically useless skills that you're not going to need in the real world. Like, for example, with taxes. Recently, this whole tax return and everything else, I know a lot of people that they don't know how to do their taxes and stuff like that. I'm like, why is it people don't know how to do their taxes? Why are you just now, quote unquote, learning about taxes and everything else, and you're not even teaching them anything? This should have been done in high school. You should have taught people in high school. If you're teaching about the real world and quote unquote preparing them for the real world, and you're not even teaching people about taxes, that's a problem. Like,
they're not preparing you for the real world. They're preparing you how to go work and be a machine.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Work for somebody, do this and that, or get a job and live your life and pay bills and die. That's basically what you want you to do. Pay bills and die.
And during the pandemic, people were finally seeing this. Like I heard Mitch McConnell get mad with people because they wouldn't go back to those little jobs because if they go back, they're not going to have health insurance anymore. They're not going to have a stable amount of money for them to pay their bills.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have money for child care or anything. Mitch McConnell, he gets mad and says, well, they're not going back to work because they're lazy. No, the people are not going back to work because you're paying them low wages,
mm-hmm.
unsafe work environment, and they don't have medical benefits.
Mm-hmm.
So people are saying, okay, I can stay at home and get unemployment and be safe and still get my benefits.
Yeah. So, Tyler, what is your overall final thoughts on this whole cancel culture movement, social engineering, just all this mess that's going on today?
Even more the mess that's going on, it's like, gotta stop this mess. And it's like people stop falling for the sucker stuff.
I agree with you.
It's like this. You believe what you want to believe.
Mm.
That's what cancel culture is. You do what you want to do, but I'm telling people with cancel culture is you got to be careful because you may be on the receiving end.
Mm-hmm.
You want to cancel everybody, but you may be, and that's not good because we all make mistakes. We all learn from the mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
We all want to do better.
Yep.
We all should, and I want to go after Instagram too. I saw a thing where Instagram is allowing young kids to get Instagram pages now. So I said, why would you want to do that? You got 5, 6-year-olds on Instagram. You gonna try to cancel them now?
Mm.
So they don't have a chance. I don't like it. I don't like how these jobs they go on social media pages to look at people too and see what they do.
Yeah.
And try to judge them off of that. I was like, you can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Cancel culture has allowed people to be lazy. It's allowed people to try to think one way. It's allowed people to not challenge those other people.
Mm-hmm.
It's limited critical thinking. It's limited learning. So communication skills
Mm-hmm.
/ social skills. It's eliminating a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to stop cancel culture, stop going on social media 24 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
You want to eliminate cancel culture, do something productive with your life every day. If you want to eliminate cancel culture, treat people the way you want to be treated.
Mm-hmm.
You want to eliminate cancel culture, think about the person that you're canceling as yourself. Put yourself in their shoes and see what happens. That's how I'm going to end it.
Yeah, I'm into it like this. Cancel culture is a cancer. Like you doing all this stuff and you canceling people's opinions and everything else, that's not gonna solve the problem. You gotta teach them. You gotta educate them as to, hey, why do they think the way they do? And if they think the way that's incorrect, you teach them as to why it's incorrect. You don't just cancel them and then that's the end of it. No. And then also with the whole agendas being pushed and everything else, I tell people like this: stop living your life through the phone. There's no reason to be just living your life through the phone, go on the phone all day and being on the phone all day, and that's it. And it's like, no, get out there and live your life. Be productive. Go to the gym. I don't know, have some hobbies and everything else. Don't just be stuck there and just live your life through the phone, like it's the most important thing. When people go out somewhere, what do? Get on the phone. When they do this and that, go to the phone. It's like, come on now. If you go to church, you on the phone. I'm like, come on, guys. What are you doing? Like, live your life. Don't just be on the phone. I'm on the phone. If you go out and you meet people, hey, you might actually meet some interesting people. You might have different opinions, but you might have to connect with people. We have to go back to doing things old school, which is connect with people. Before there was any social media, before there was any TV, before there was anything, people talked. They had a face-to-face interaction. They ain't have any of all this social media. It's ridiculous. That's how I'm ended. This is Daniel. This is Mr. Kidd Klutch Productions, and we signing off.